He used to feel embarrassed every time his father came to his school wearing that same old shirt. He used to wish his father would just stay home. But one day, when life showed him the truth, he realized the man he was ashamed of was the one he should have been most proud of. Have you ever taken someone for granted? Maybe your parents, your friends, or someone who quietly sacrificed for you? Sometimes we get so busy chasing success or appearances that we forget the people who made us who we are. This story is about realization, regret, and the priceless value of love that money can never buy. Arjun was a bright young man from a small town. He dreamed of escaping poverty, of becoming someone important, someone respected. But there was one thing he hated more than anything: his father. Not because his father was cruel or careless, but because his father was poor. His father worked as a cleaner in a small factory. Every evening, his clothes smelled of sweat and oil. He'd come home tired, yet smiling, always asking, "Son, how was school today?" Arjun would barely respond. He avoided walking to school with him. He never told his friends what his father did. At parent meetings, when his father arrived in worn-out slippers and a faded shirt, Arjun would hide behind his classmates, pretending not to know him. In his mind, success meant leaving his father's shadow behind. And so, as the years passed, Arjun studied hard, got a scholarship, and finally left for the city. His father proudly gave him his entire savings, money he'd quietly kept aside for years, and said with tears in his eyes, "Go, my son, live your dreams, don't worry about me." But Arjun didn't look back. He was free now, or so he thought. Years later, Arjun became successful. A corporate job, a car, a stylish apartment, everything he'd once dreamed of. He dressed in suits, ate at fine restaurants, and made sure everyone knew he came from nowhere and built his life on his own. He never mentioned his father, not once. Calls from home became rare, and when his father called, Arjun often ignored it, too busy with meetings, deadlines, or simply pride. One day, he received a letter from his hometown. It wasn't from his father, it was from a neighbor. It said, "Your father isn't keeping well. He often sits outside the factory gate waiting for your call." Arjun read it once, sighed, and set it aside. He told himself, "I'll visit soon, after my next promotion." But that soon never came. Months later, another letter arrived. This time only 4 words. "Your father has passed away." The world around Arjun fell silent. The man he had avoided all his life was gone. And with him went all the unspoken words, all the apologies he never made, and all the love he never gave back. Arjun returned to his hometown, not as the proud son his father had dreamed of, but as a broken man. The small house looked emptier than he remembered. In the corner, he saw his father's old trunk, the same one he had carried since Arjun's childhood. Inside, there were old photos, school certificates, and a neatly folded envelope with Arjun's name on it. With trembling hands, he opened it. Inside was a small note, written in his father's shaky handwriting. "My son, I may not have given you riches, but I gave you everything I had, my time, my strength, my dreams. I am proud of you no matter where you go. Remember, success means nothing without kindness." Tears fell from Arjun's eyes as he held the letter close. In that moment, all the expensive suits, cars, and trophies meant nothing. He realized something powerful. He had spent his whole life trying to prove the world wrong, but in doing so, he had forgotten the one person who always believed in him. That day changed him forever. After that day, Arjun's definition of success changed completely. He left his high-paying job and started a small charity in his father's name, a foundation to help children from poor families get an education. He often told people, "My father was a cleaner, but he cleaned my path to success." Through every child he helped, Arjun felt closer to his father again. He learned that true success isn't measured by wealth, status, or power. It's measured by gratitude, humility, and love. Sometimes the people we're ashamed of are the ones we owe everything to. And sometimes, by the time we realize their value, it's already too late. So today, if you have someone who has silently stood by you, a parent, a sibling, a teacher, don't wait for someday. Call them, thank them, because one day that chance might be gone. Never measure people by their clothes, their jobs, or their bank accounts. The real wealth of a person lies in their heart, in how much they love, how much they give, and how much they endure for us. Respect your roots. Honor those who helped you grow, because without them you wouldn't be where you are today. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to call someone you love today. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that change lives.